The snow came without warning. Victor Ashford, tech mogul, self-made millionaire, absent father, watched his two sons disappear into white nothing. One moment they were 20 feet ahead on the trail, the next swallowed by the blizzard. "Daniel! Marcus!" His voice died in the howling wind. This was supposed to be the trip that fixed everything. 3 days to prove he could be the father they deserved. No phones, no meetings, just him and his boys in the Montana wilderness. He'd already failed in the first 4 hours. Victor pushed forward, designer snow boots slipping on ice his sons had navigated easily. The temperature was dropping fast, visibility 0. His $800 GPS watch was worthless, no satellite signal in the storm. Then he saw it. Marcus's blue glove half buried in fresh powder. His blood turned colder than the air around him. Before we continue, drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. You won't believe what happens next. 6 hours vanished into frozen hell. Victor's hands were numb, his face raw. Each breath burned. The storm had transformed the forest into a labyrinth where every tree looked identical, every direction a guess. He'd circled back on his own tracks twice. This is how people die out here, he thought. This is how I kill my children. Memories attacked him worse than the wind. Daniel's school play missed for a board meeting. Marcus's 10th birthday, he'd sent an assistant with gifts. The hurt in their eyes when he'd checked emails during their rare dinners together. He'd built an empire but destroyed what mattered. Another footprint nearly erased. Then another. Victor followed them with dimming hope, hypothermia creeping through his core. His legs wouldn't cooperate. His mind kept offering him sleep, that deadly comfort. Just rest, just for a moment. No, he forced himself forward, cresting a small ridge. Then he saw it, a faint orange glow flickering through the white curtain of snow. Fire. Victor stumbled down the slope, hope and terror warring in his chest. The clearing opened before him and he stopped dead. What he saw made time itself freeze. They were alive. His son sat inside a snow cave, crude but brilliantly constructed, with a small fire burning at its entrance. Alive, warm, safe. Victor stood paralyzed, not from the cold, but from the impossible scene before him. Daniel looked up. "Dad, you found us." Marcus was already moving, pulling their father toward the shelter. "You're hypothermic. Get inside, now." The 10-year-old spoke with authority Victor didn't recognize. Inside the cave, the boys wrapped him in their shared sleeping bag, positioned him near the fire's warmth. They worked with practiced efficiency, checking his extremities, forcing him to drink warm water from their canteen. "The snow cave traps heat," Marcus explained matter-of-factly. "We learned it in Scouts. You know, the winter camping trip you couldn't make it to." No accusation in his voice, just fact. Victor stared at his sons, these capable, resourceful boys he barely knew. Boys who'd saved themselves with skills earned in his absence. His wealth, his success, his endless meetings, none of it mattered here. They didn't need his money. They needed a father, and he'd been too blind to see it. Dawn broke clear and merciless. The rescue helicopter found them by the smoke signal Marcus had prepared, another scout trick. As paramedics wrapped Victor in thermal blankets and checked his vitals, he watched his sons coordinate with the rescue team, calm and competent. "Moderate hypothermia," the paramedic told him. "Your boys kept you alive. Another hour alone out there." He didn't finish. In the helicopter, Victor couldn't stop staring at Daniel and Marcus. They sat close, exhausted but not broken. They'd faced nature's worst and survived through knowledge he'd dismissed as kid stuff. Every meeting he'd prioritized over their activities suddenly seemed obscene. At the hospital, doctors cleared the boys quickly. Victor would need observation, but he'd recover, physically. "Mr. Ashford, your sons showed remarkable maturity and training. They want you to know they're not angry. They're just glad everyone's safe." Not angry. After everything he'd failed to be, after nearly getting them killed with his inadequate planning, they weren't angry. That hurt worse than the frostbite.
3 months later, Victor stood in the same Montana wilderness, but everything was different. He'd stepped down as CEO, staying on as advisor, not retiring, but rebalancing. His sons were with him again, but this time Marcus led the way, teaching his father the skills he'd once ignored. "See how the clouds are forming, Dad? Storm's coming in about 2 hours. We should head back." Victor smiled. "Good call, son." The near tragedy cracked him open. He'd chased wealth thinking it meant security, success meaning love. He almost paid the ultimate price for that delusion. His sons had saved him twice, once from the storm and once from the life that was killing him slowly. Here's the truth. Success means nothing if you lose the people that matter. Time is the one currency you can't earn back. What would you sacrifice if you knew tomorrow wasn't guaranteed? Drop your thoughts below and subscribe so you never miss these powerful stories. Sometimes the greatest lessons come from the coldest places. Hit that bell, your reminder to choose what truly matters before it's too late.